Hi, everybody. This is Todd Krieger. Today, I'm talking to you about the inner critic in the bedroom. But really, what I'm talking to you about is any of these parts of you that may interfere with your natural flow, your natural sexual flow, your natural desire for sex and for your partner. And I've been talking a lot about parts. Internal family systems is a great approach that uses great language to understand different parts of us. But oftentimes we have these critical parts of us that are very tuned in to anything that could be wrong. Am I good enough? I'm looking at your face. Are you liking it? And oftentimes these protective parts of us, they interfere. It's like they don't live in the same place as desire. Your inner critic and desire are not compatible. And so what we have to recognize is we're not our parts though. And so let me just again briefly talk about the different parts that we have, different kind of parts. We have these parts of us that are what we call protective parts. And what they're protecting us against is our worst fears. Maybe we've been wounded, maybe earlier in our lives and felt inadequate, not good enough, unworthy, ashamed. And so these protective parts are there to keep us from feeling those things. And the two main kinds of protective parts are managers that keep wound at bay, always trying to present ourselves better than we're afraid we're not, or our firefighters that help us escape. And there's different ways of escaping, right? In life, we can escape through drugs and alcohol, but we can also escape, especially when it comes to intimate matters, by basically leaving our body and numbing out and dissociating. So whether we have an inner critic that's a protective part that's telling us we're not good enough, or we have a firefighter part that numbs us out, takes away our desire. It's all there to serve us. Now, it's getting in the way of our sexuality, but those parts are there to protect us, to serve us by protecting us from our deepest fears and our deepest wounds. Like I said, shame, unworthiness, maybe embarrassment, humiliation. I'm not good enough. So these are all things that we need to become aware of when things aren't flowing in the bedroom. If things aren't flowing for you in the bedroom, it is not the end of the world. It is an invitation to look more deeply, an invitation to reflect upon what might be happening. What am I trying to protect myself from? It's such a beautiful reframe and it's so accurate. Because what we do and when things aren't working, what do we do? Our inner critic typically takes over. So what's wrong with me? Other people don't have these problems, which isn't true. People just don't talk about it. But besides the point, even if you're the only one in the world having that problem, which is not true, I want you to be compassionate towards that part of you by first reframing and saying, what is this protective part protecting me from? That is such a valuable question that can help us get to the point where we then become realigned so that our desire can flow and our arousal can happen. Because none of these things happen because of our will. We can't make ourselves have desire. We can't make ourselves consciously get aroused. What we're doing is understanding the parts of us that are in the way of it, being compassionate towards it, and ultimately saying, let's say you have a part of you that recognizes just a critical part of you worrying about not being good enough. And so you tune into that part, you appreciate the part because it is trying to protect you, but then you say to that part of you, I make a commitment, I make a promise that no matter what happens, I got my back. I'm not going to be hard on me. I'll just look at it as it's happening for some reason and take a compassionate look at what that might be. So you don't have to work so hard at trying to protect me. I got this. Simple and sample dialogue of what you can do with that part. If you notice when you're talking to this part, it's a firefighter part that's help. It's you're out of your body. You're not in it, numbing out. You talk to it. You try to trace back. Now, this sometimes might take a therapist to help you with, sometimes not, but sometimes the patterns are steeped in deeper memories all the memories, and you might be able to float it back and trace it to other times when you were afraid of being embarrassed or humiliated or made fun of or told you're not good enough. And there are things we could do that to help with that. And me as a therapist, what I do is I help people understand what's going on with them, mapping out their paths with internal family systems, and then oftentimes using eye movement desensitization and reprocessing to help people process these younger parts of these memories so that they can heal and not carry this burden of protection, which then allows you to just naturally, not because of will, naturally have the sexual desire, the arousal, the flow that you want to have, that is yours to have in your own unique way. So the invitation here is, again, to, if you have a problem in the bedroom, to catch yourself, whether it's being hard on yourself, avoiding sexuality entirely, which is another manager part, is trying to avoid, because this way I won't ever have to feel it, or that you're dissociated firefighter that numbs out, distracts, always finds other things to do other than sex. These are firefighting descriptions of ways to protect yourself. So if you find yourself avoiding, being critical, and numbing out, that's when you want to get curious about what part of me is doing that and what is it protecting me from. That is the entry point for deeper understanding and help, and either with a therapist on your own or on your own, to begin to see, process it so that you can take that burden away from the defensive parts so that, again, like I said, it's not about will, so that your natural systems can just take over. So hopefully this is a helpful watch or listen. And I've helped many people dealing with those kinds of issues of performance anxiety or avoidance in the bedroom. And I wish the best for you. Thanks for listening. This is Todd Krieger, making the world safe for love.